Welcome, 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 my friend. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited that we are going to get to craft together today. Today we're going to make a really fun, easy card with some paper strips and create the floating strip technique. It's a card that you'll be able to make in under an hour. And I'm so excited. So let's flip the screen and I'm going to show you what we're going to make. So this is what we're going to make. And everything on here that you see is in the warehouse clearance. So you can save up to 70%. So I've actually created some flowers. Those are in one of the stamp sets that we are going to create. They're a little hidden gem. So leave a comment. We are live. Any questions, just ask. So what we're going to start with. Right. I am going to use these images, and these images come from the Summer Wreath Accent stamp and coordinating die set. And as I said, these are in the warehouse clearance. Hi, good morning, my friend, Man City fan. It's good to see you. So what we're going to use from here, we are going to use this image so you can see that there's a flower in here. It's a lovely little hidden gem. And then we've got these fillers as well. So we're going to use this image. I'm going to be using this one and this gorgeous butterfly and these leaves. Dana, it's good to see you. Lawrence, good afternoon. I don't know about you, my friend, in Belgium. It's really cold here today. What's it like where you are? Do you have snow? We've got real thick ice here, but I do know there's snow in the UK. Okay, so we have stamped this using the Archival Ranger Lighthouse inks. So I've stamped my images, my filler flowers and my flower. And then my leaves, I've used leaf green. So, Shauna, it's good to see you. Okay, so it's so much fun having our crafty time together. And I know that time is sometimes short and we just need some quick and easy cards to make. But this card, I don't know about you, do you have a stash of paper that is just too good to throw away? That's actually sacrilege to say throwing away paper. I know. I can hear everyone screaming at me. So this is a great way that we can use that up, our little scraps. But we can also cut it from the big pieces. Now, we all know that once the paper pads are gone, they are gone forever. So to still be able to make papers, still make cards from your scraps, is going to come in really handy at some point when we're all running low and we still want to get those papers out. Okay, so I am using the Buttercup ink here. There we go. Lawrence, yes, you've got snow. You've got 15 centimeters. Oh, my friend, I am jealous because I love the snow. Anyone who knows me knows that I'll be out there. Even when I lived in Kansas and it was way minus below, I was out there. Right, so I'm just going to colour the centres of these flowers. Okay, and I'm going to leave these filler pieces as they are. So that's all we're going to do. And what we're going to need for this card is one image of this, so that they stamp together. So the two leaves. We want 3 flowers and 3 fillers. So that's everything that you're going to need for the accents on this card. So as always, we're going to take our coordinating dies and we're going to slip those through the die cutting machine. And what we get are these pieces here. Okay, So I have curled my leaves. I'm just going to use the flower shaping tool and run them across. We're going to flip it over and just run down the middle. Now I did colour the edges. I did add some colour. There's my green. Before I did that, so I just went over to create some shading. So we're going to do that to those two. And then we've got these little filler flowers. And all we're going to do with this is come in with our ink, our lighthouse, and we're just going to put some ink onto the edges like so. Now you could use dry clear glue and put some glitter onto these if you wanted. That would look nice. And then we have the flowers. So I'm going to come in with my dauber and my lighthouse ink, and I'm just going to add some colour to the edges. Teresa, it's good to see you, my friend. Naola, you're saying it's very early where you are. My friend, isn't it amazing? And I know I say this a lot, but it literally does blow my mind how we can be from all over the world in different time zones, and yet we can be in one spot online together. It's just absolutely amazing. So my friend, I really appreciate that you are here with us crafting, even though it's really, really early. Okay, so you will see that I have two mats here. If you only have one, what you can do is fold it over. That one's a bit gluey on that side. And then you've got the double layer. It's well used, well loved mats. They really are fantastic for my flower shaping. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to create a circle and press down. So I'm pressing down and going in a circle to pull up those petals. Now this is just a little image, it doesn't have a mold. And then I'm just going to press down in the middle with my smaller tip. Okay, and what that does, it just really brings it together. And what we can do if we want is squish it with our fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that circular motion and then come in and give it a push down into the center, give it a squish, and then I'm going to use my, let's see, this is a bit far away, I know, so that's what they look like now. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add some dry clear glue into the centers like so, and then I'm going to come in with my lemon chiffon even prills, and I'm just going to pop some into the center. And then I would normally leave them to dry like that, but there we go, we take them out and they've got glorious little centers. Trying to make sure that's in focus. Lucille, you're saying you're in Arkansas and the snow's still on the ground. My friend, I know that you guys out in America have had some really big snowstorms come over and it's very cold, so I do hope you're keeping warm. And I don't know about you, but when it's it's -6 Celsius here today, so when I have days like that, I love to craft. Those are perfect crafty days. Okay, so we've got our flowers and our fillers. We'll just put the pin into the glue. So what's our next step? What we need are some strips of paper to create this floating strip technique. Okay, Actually, that's upside down. And the way I know that is because of the writing. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of acetate. I'm using the clear clear cardstock. So this has got the backing on it. And I have also die cut a circular piece of the same die that I want to cut it out eventually with. Now, why am I doing this, you're going to ask? So these are papers that have got some pretty flowers on, and I want to make sure that I get this into my circle when I die cut it, so I know where to place it if I have this behind it. I mean, you could absolutely just stick the strips on and go for it. It's just that I liked to know where I wanted to make it really, really pretty. So what I've done is these are 1/2-inch strips, and the length, as long as you've got enough to cover over your circle, you're good. These are 6-inch pieces because they're from the 6-inch panel 6-inch paper panels in the paper pads. So this paper pad is the glorious Floral Sentiments, and that is still in stock, and it is in the warehouse clearance. Now, I don't know if you know, but with every $100 order you can get a free paper pad. So all you have to do is click on the paper pad, add it to your cart, and the discount will come off at checkout. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on there like so. So I've evenly spread those out. And then the dies that I'm going to use are the Circle Basics Large and the Eyelet Circle Basics Small. Suzette, you're saying you're keeping warm inside with so much snow outside. Good days for playing with paper. Yes, my friend. Yes. Okay, so obviously we'd remove the back, and we're going to run that through the die cutting machine using the largest die of the large circles, and this is what we get. I think this is really pretty, I really do. So I'm making a 5x5 card, and I'm doing it on the white white card. So the floating technique is you would put some pop dots at the back and pop this on like this. Now, if you notice, what I've done is I've added a back to it. So I took the largest die, which is this one, from the small circles, because I absolutely love this scalloped edge, and die cut this in white card. So I'm going to glue this onto here, and I'm definitely going to be doing it where the paper is so that we don't see that through the clear cardstock. I know it dries clear, but sometimes I find I get a bit of a mess. So that's what we're going to do with that. And I've put pop dots on the back, and we're just going to take the backs off like so. There we go. So my friend, what have you been crafting? I know Emma Lou and Carrie have been sharing some fantastic projects with you, and been seeing amazing projects in the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, make sure to join. It's a fantastic community. People come together to share their love of crafting, the love of Heartfelt, and are there for each other, encouraging each other. It's a really wonderful, safe space to be. Okay, so now we're just going to decorate this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those 2 leaves, and I am going to just take the bottoms off like this, the bottom 2 leaves, because they were just a little bit big for what I wanted. And I'm going to come in with my hot glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the center stem, like so, and then just overlap those like so. There we go. And then I'm going to take my fillers, and I'm just going to snip some of this length off, and we will pop these in as well. So I've got 3, so we are just going to let's take a bit more off that one. There we go. That's the great thing about die cuts, we can do what we want with them. So I'm going to put one so it's peeping out upwards, and then another one so it's going to peep out in the middle, like so, and then another one like so. I don't know about you, but I have absolutely fallen in love with the seasonal wreath stamps because there's so many amazing fillers in them, be it the summer, autumn, winter one. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, so I've got my 3 little flowers, and we're just going to put them in a cluster. And the best way that I find to pop them in a cluster is to put some glue on the back of them all, and then we'll place them in place. I'm not sure that's grammatically correct, but we're going with it. And there we go. They can then sit together nicely like so. And then what I've done is, this is something that I've not done before, and I really love the effect when I've seen the design team do it, is I found out my black card and I've stamped a sentiment from the thank you sentiments. And what I've done is I've taken this one, thank you so much, and all I've done is stamped the first 2 words. So I just inked up those 2 words and stamped it onto my black card. And then I've created a little fishtail. The way I've done that is I've kind of folded it and then snipped across there. And all we're going to do is pop some glue onto the end and add this in. Kirsten, you're saying you love this technique and it's new to you. Isn't it fun? I was inspired, and I really wish I could name some names. I was looking on Pinterest for some really fun ideas of how we could make quick cards, use up our scraps, really make the most of our beautiful papers that we all love so much, and especially when I know that we're not going to be able to have them forever. So yeah, I hope you really like that. I can't wait to see what you create. We can make this with any paper collection, and these little flowers are still in stock, so don't miss out. You can save up to 70% on the warehouse clearance and get that free paper pad if you place in a $100 order or more. Friend, it has been so much fun, and I can't wait for us to craft together again. I know that I'm going to be creating a fun project in the next few days for us next week. Thank you for your time. Have lots and lots of crafty fun, and I will see you again soon. Bye.